welcome back to Natural Beauty with Melanie. Today I am here to do an empties video. I don't have a ton of stuff, but probably enough here to do the video. I think I did my last one. I do it every other month, so I know I was due in September. And I feel like I have a lot of products that are just nearly done, but I wanted to do this video and just do it as we are. So let's get rolling. First product up, you may have seen this before in previous empties videos. This is the Botanicals Moisturizing Baby Shampoo and Wash in Comforting Oat Milk and Calendula. So I like this stuff. It has sort of like, well, it's like the calendula scent. I was gonna say like a little medicinal. It's not by any means like sweet or anything like that. So it definitely has a little bit more of like a herbal medicinal type scent, like if you know the scent of calendula. But I like this. I trust this brand a lot. And I like to try different body washes and stuff on the kids, and I like this one. This is one I definitely would consider buying in the future. I've had more than one of these. I haven't really 100% settled on what body wash or bubble bath I want to use for the kids, but this is one that I would definitely consider repurchasing. All right, next up, I just kind of wanted to get rid of this box, but I wanted to show you what this looked like, just in case you were looking to replace one of your regular loofahs, like if you have a plastic one, like the typical kind. I wanted to get rid of mine. It was really old, and I was looking for like something that was better for the environment. So I got this brand Wild, which is Wild, W-Y-L-D. And it is a konjac loofah body sponge. And basically I'm just looking to get rid of the box. But the nice thing about it is it's 100% natural, biodegradable, vegan, cruelty-free. Now, it's supposed to last for 4 to 6 weeks. I've definitely had mine longer than that. But anyways, I wanted to show you what it looks like. It's funny right now because it's like, it dries out and it kind of shrinks like a normal sponge, like as it dries out. So it looks like this part got wet and this part is like hard, sort of. It's a little like discolored right now because I've been using a black soap. So you can kind of see, you know, some discoloration. And then here it looks like it had some pink from like another different soap or something. Anyways, just wanted to give you an idea though, like palm of your hand. I was really surprised when I got it, how small it was compared to my loofah, but I've been really happy with it. It suds things up well, and it's just nice. So if you're looking to replace your plastic loofah, that's an option. But I do believe, I think I got this on Detox Market, or probably Detox Market, I think. And I think it was like $18. So it was not cheap compared to like a loofah that you could get, you know, at the drugstore for like $1 or $2 or $3. But it depends. I don't know what I would do in the future if I would buy another. I'm not a huge body wash user. I tend to use bars of soap more. So I don't see myself replacing it every 4 to 6 weeks. And I do think $18 is overpriced. So I don't know what my solution is going to be, but it was the best solution I had at the time, past the plastic loofah. All right, I have a few things here that I'm going to show you at the end because it's just like my little travel things. All right, so on the topic of Botanicals, you've probably seen me finish one of these almost every one of my empties videos. This is their Baby Skin Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50. Big fan of this sunscreen. We've been using it all summer on the kids and myself when I use it, and it leaves no white cast. It does a great job with sun protection. Like I said, it's reef friendly. I trust it for like I trust the company and the ingredients. It's the same one as the body wash. So if you're looking for clean skincare stuff for your kids, I recommend it. And I have been a really big fan of this sunscreen. We've gone through a few sunscreens this summer. Let's see here. I have a Bali Soap Jasmine, and I have another one here, Bali Soap Lemongrass. These are just the wrappers. Of course, the soaps are all used up at this point. My husband got these off Amazon for like last Christmas for me. And it was a box of, I don't know, like 8 to 10 in all different scents, like jasmine, lemongrass. There's a coconut one and some others. And I'm not really a huge fan of them, so I wouldn't repurchase them. I like to try different soaps, and I enjoyed trying them, but I wasn't really like a huge fan. I just didn't love the scents and stuff, and I didn't really think there was anything noteworthy about the brand or the soap, so that's where I'm at with that. Finished another sunscreen. This is Babyganics, and this was the brand I used to use, not this summer really, but the previous, probably a year or two, and I thought that this was a really good brand. And I feel a little bit prey to like greenwashing in a sense with this, because, you know, it's called Babyganics, so I thought it was something like organic. And I had watched a video from Mercedes with L'Amour La Musique, and she had mentioned this, and I didn't realize that it had some of the main ingredients are octocrylene and octisalate, and those are some of the active ingredients. And if you look those up in the environmental working group on Skin Deep, they don't have the best ratings. So I have a few of these that I still need to finish, but I stopped using them on the kids. I didn't mind using them on myself to finish them up, but I wouldn't use them on the kids unless we had like nothing else, you know, just like once or twice this summer. But I'm happy to finish it. I would not be repurchasing this brand again, but I still have like at least 1 or 2 more of them, unfortunately. So, you know, it depends on your choice. Probably better than some other sunscreens out there perhaps, but it's definitely worth looking into. When I did the research on it, I wasn't happy with what I found out. So that's that. All right, so this is a soap from the brand Ruckus. And well, this is not the soap, this is the bag. In the bag, it was for the soap puka shell. And the ingredients for it are coconut oil, coconut milk, Manoi de Tahiti oil, lye, and sodium lactate. So those are all the ingredients for the soap. And I'm still currently using this soap, but I put the wrapper in when I, you know, start using the soap. And I really like this soap. So if you ever had followed Marie and the Color Green back in the day on YouTube, her YouTube name is Rebags. And she has just came out with her own soap company. She used to do like a face mask subscription service, from what I understand, like a monthly one, I think it was, maybe bi-monthly, I'm not sure. And she's now gotten into soap, and she launched just a few months ago. So I bought several of her soaps, and I used one of them. I don't know, it was like Noka, I don't have it in here, I don't think, Noka Oil. I think it was in my last empty. That one was unscented, but it was still like a really nice soap, you know, like nice feeling, good sudsing. This one is so subtly scented, but I love the scent. It's like really clean and subtle, but just really nice. So I actually really enjoy using the soap every time I get in the shower. So I really wanted to recommend it. She just came out with another launch of a whole bunch of new soaps, but I was like doing a little inventory of my soap collection. Yes, I do that. Yesterday or the night before. I think it was the night before. And I was like, all right, I have a lot of soap. That doesn't mean I'm not going to buy more soap. In fact, I did just buy a soap from Osmia with their like special seasonal collection, because I feel like soap doesn't go bad, so I don't feel as guilty about it. But I'm going to try to hold off a little while before I purchase more of her soaps. I'm trying to like curb my purchasing until Black Friday deals and everything in November, or maybe like Christmas things. So anyways, Puka Shell by Ruckus. I'm a big fan of it, and I definitely will be reviewing, at least in the Empties videos and stuff, I'll be reviewing some of her other soaps as we go forward. So if you're curious, you'll see these appear in Empties videos probably over the next few months. All right, so on another thing with soap here, I have, oh, my cat is she's trying to like jump into my Empties box here, but that's not gonna happen. So I have the Nopalaric, don't mind Ava, cactus soap here, and the scent is Planta Futura lemongrass. Okay, so this soap is not finished. I was using this soap on my whole body, and I broke out in like a full body rash, and it took a while for it to pass. So now I just have it in the downstairs bathroom as like a hand soap, because I'm assuming that I have some type of allergy to something in this soap. I don't know if it's like lemongrass oil. I've never had like a skin allergy before. So my only thought was like it's something to do with like the lemongrass oil. Eva likes the soaps. I should say hi to everybody. Or something else. I don't know. Sorry. But, yeah, I had to stop using it. They also have Nopal, which I think is related to the cactus. And I don't think I've ever, all right, I'm going to have my little friend not be in this video anymore. Okay, sorry. So I don't know what it is that broke me out. And when it happened, it was a few months ago. I was like really I wanted to know what it was. Now at this point, it passed. So I'm just not going to repurchase this again. I think what I'm going to do is keep the box and just keep it just in case I ever have like a full body rash again, or a rash from a product that I use. And then I could narrow down like what was in this or that, if it makes any sense. So anyways, it's not that I don't recommend this brand or their soaps. Apart from the rash, I was not like super impressed with the soap. It wasn't anything noteworthy to me. It's not one I would repurchase. That being said, I have another one of their soaps that I would like to try to use. Like I had bought 2 at the time. It's a different scent, but I'm a little bit nervous and hesitant to use it because I'm afraid like if the ingredient, Nopal, the cactus related ingredient, I believe, if it's in this and in there, I'm kind of scared that was what made me break out, or have a rash. So anyways, at some point I'll try it, but I'll be pretty careful about where I put it and stuff. So anyways, yeah, so I didn't have a great experience with this, but it just kind of was a freak thing, you know, that I broke out in a rash. It was very bizarre. Like I said, it never happened. All right, this is just some like hotel soap, so nothing to note here. That was in there. We are so many soaps this time. Osmia, I have bought some of their soaps and I got a bunch of different samples. So this was a small sample of their lavender pine soap, and I didn't actually order it. This was thrown in, I believe, as a bonus one that they threw in for me, I think. And because I'm not a big lavender fan, so I used it and I actually really liked it. It had like a little, it had like an exfoliation to it, but nothing abrasive or rough. And I was actually really surprised by how much I liked the scent. I didn't think I would because of the lavender, but I can't really smell it anymore in there, but I really liked it. So just something to take note of. I liked this little soap. So I'm going to be trying so many more of Osmia's soaps. I have a bunch of them and I have a bunch of those little sample stuff kinds. So you'll probably see those in future videos as well. All right. I hated this product. This was a lotion I had from a bump box during a pregnancy. And it's Nature's Baby Organics Face and Body Moisturizer. Only used it on the body. And it's fragrance free. It just was like liquidy and unscented, and I didn't like the consistency. I didn't like the smell of it because there was nothing, there was just nothing that I really liked about it. I hated using it. I couldn't wait to finish it. And it also expired March 2020. That being said, how much do you guys really worry about expiration dates on products? I go by like smelling something, like visual, like if anything looks funky with the product or if something smells funky. Otherwise, I'm not like, I don't throw products right when they reach the date, and clearly this one was over a year. So I don't know. I'd be curious to know your thoughts on expiration dates of beauty products. I have some in my collection, like skincare products, that I have definitely go over the recommended date, and I'm still using them and everything's totally fine. So I'd be curious to know your thoughts. But that being said, definitely not a repurchase for me. I don't recommend this. I am using Pipette now for my baby's lotion, and I really like it. So this would not be a repurchase. Has anyone ever used this? I didn't like it. Oh, this is kind of funny. I had from like when I had the babies, I must have gotten a sample of organic nipple balm for like breastfeeding, nipple chafing, soreness once you start breastfeeding. And it was unopened. We had it in a drawer, and my son, who's 3, saw it and he's like, "Oh, what's that? I want to feel some of it." So I just like opened it up and let him put some like on his hand or something. It was just something, I don't know. Anyways, once it was open, I'm like, well, I don't want this to go to waste. I didn't have a use for it in my chest area. So I just used it on my feet out of shower. It was like really like greasy and stuff. So I just used it as a foot moisturizer. I've been tending to use products I don't like on my feet. Not like any nice skincare products, but like I have a lotion that scent is way too strong for my body. So I'll use that on my feet occasionally when I get out of the shower and like put socks on, try to get some moisture in the feet. And then I have like a little small Vaseline lip balm thing that's I'm not putting on my lips, but I'll use it on my feet just to like moisturize things after a shower. Just so like some products that are nearly done or kind of like are just products I'm not too concerned about, I'll use them on my feet for moisturization. Does anyone else do that? It's just kind of something I started to do. Oh, I have another one of those Bali soaps in Ylang Ylang. Not really a huge fan. All right, let's see here. Just not really tons of products left. Pure Haven Essentials Hyaluronic Acid. This was on my Project Pan. It does not have an expiration date, but I can guarantee you it is years old. And if it did have an expiration date, it would have passed. But it was a product I had for a long time in my skincare collection. And if you know anything about me, you know I try to use things up. And I have a Project Pan where I identified like my oldest, least desired products that I owned and set out to finish them. So I did finish this, which was great. I don't really know how I feel about hyaluronic acid. I didn't really notice a difference with my skin with this, but yeah, sorry, I just noticed that it says something Rev 216. I wonder if that is something about February 2016, because if so, that is very old. There's like a little note right there. But anyways, yeah, I don't know about hyaluronic acid. I do have a brand new hyaluronic acid in a box from a different company that my husband bought me last Christmas that I haven't used yet. It's completely sealed and everything, so I'm not too concerned about it. It will be on my list of things to finish as I go. But this was really old and it just needed to go, so I don't know. I'd also love to know your thoughts on hyaluronic acid. It is in a lot of the products I own. Some people really don't like it and they don't feel like it's good for your skin, or it creates like a dependency on the skin. I feel like I could kind of take it or leave it. I don't know. It's kind of not, I don't know. It's not like a huge thing to me, but be curious to know your thoughts. All right. This was a nice toner. Tyla Vayu Illuminating Toning Mist. It was really pretty packaging. This was from a Petit Vour box and I loved the scent. It had, it's funny because it kind of smells like sort of floral now, but it had like a really sort of like spicy scent to me, and I could never put my finger on what the scent was, but it smelled familiar to me. Something about the holidays sort of. I think it was very like Tulsi heavy. Tulsi water and some other things in here. Aloe Barbadinius leaf. It was a really nice, a nice sensorial experience using this toner. I was a big fan of it. This is probably something I would repurchase in the future if I was looking for a toner. I do think it might be really pricey, but I'd have to look into that. But this was a nice toner and I would recommend it. And I was really glad that I got this in a Petit Vour box and I was able to use it. It went so fast. So it was only 10 milliliters. So a third of an ounce, but really nice to try and I really enjoyed it. When I did my Osmia order, I got 3 different little samples of the Purely Gentle Mud Cleanser. And I still have 2 more of these to use. So my first round impression was kind of meh. I didn't think it was anything that great. I am using their Black Clay Facial Soap, which comes as like a bar of soap. And I used that and I kind of feel similarly that they were both sort of like, even though this was liquid and that one's solid, I felt similarly about both, kind of just like not too noteworthy of a scent. It worked, but I didn't really like notice anything special about it. So I wouldn't be purchasing this. I do have 2 more of these, like I said, to use. So if something changed when I use the other 2 samples, I'll let you know. But for this, I'm going to say not really a repurchase and kind of like fine, but not too noteworthy for me. Not worth repurchasing for me. All right, this was also on my Project Pan. This was a foot scrub from Victoria's Secret, warming foot scrub. And it was on my Project Pan. I think I just said that. And I'm so happy it's done. It's full of all sorts of chemicals or ingredients, I should say, that I don't want to use, like fragrance. And I think there were some other things just that didn't seem like good ingredients. I can't really tell you off the top of my head here when I was looking at some of them, but I really do try to not use ingredients that have fragrance, unless I know that it's like a clean fragrance. So the weird thing with this was it says renews rough skin with pumice, and it says provides a warming sensation. It did certainly provide a warming sensation. I remember the first time I used it, I put it in my hands to like scrub it together before applying to my feet, and it was like hot. The first time I actually used it, I was like so very surprised like how much it warmed. So that really worked. So I kind of like enjoyed using it, but it's not something I would repurchase, and it's definitely years old. So it was nice to get rid of this very old product. So would not repurchase that. I finished a lip balm, Coco kind, citrus. Yeah, it was a good lip balm. This is actually funny. I had it in the car. I have like a car lip balm, and I was using it in the car, and my son and daughter are like kind of obsessed about chapstick or like lip balm. And so somehow I had this brief lapse in judgment, and I passed it back to my daughter, who's almost 18 months. And, you know, while I was driving, like kind of, I don't know if you've ever done the reach back as if you're a mom or whatever. And so she took it, and I could see her in the little mirror, and she's just like, you know, lips, tongue, and I'm like trying to get it back to her, asking her to pass it back up, trying to ask my 3-year-old to like get it from her. I ended up having to pull over and take the lip balm. And I was like, why did I ever give an 18-month-old, almost 18-month-old, a lip balm? So anyways, I like Coco Kind's lip balms. They had like a really great sale on them, I think, when they discontinued them, maybe 6 months ago or something. So I have a few of these. And apparently this expired March 29th, 2021. Good to know. I just finished it recently. So I didn't even know my lip balms had expiration dates on them from Coco Kind. So it's good to know. But I tend to go through a decent amount of lip balm, but they do last a while. I did like it. I like their lip balms. I don't think they make them anymore. So I'm not specifically loyal to like one lip balm. I do have a collection of them. I would like to kind of figure out one brand that I really like and just stick with it instead of all different ones. But I have quite the variety of chapsticks and lip balms right now. So that's the story of my life. Okay. Another thing on my project pan was this Acure Radically Rejuvenating Facial Toner Tonique, a toner. Really glad it's done. Was definitely years old and probably is expired. Doesn't have any date on here, which is probably a good thing. And the first ingredient was witch hazel. So witch hazel is not a scent I love. And this really smelled like witch hazel. So, you know, the toner itself was fine, but not a repurchase for me because I really am not the huge fan of the scent of witch hazel. And this had it. Although I do think the packaging was kind of interesting. I don't have a lot of products that are like upside down like this, and every last drop came out of it. Of course, I don't like the plastic and all that stuff. None of that's a good thing. But I will say that I thought the packaging like ended up, it actually worked really well. Obviously, you can tell I was able to get everything out of it. All right, just a few more things here. Finished some perfume I've had forever. It has like cat fur on it. I think it was Clinique Happy. Really old, just like a little sample. Not a repurchase. But again, I just try to work through the things I have, especially my oldest and like things the least desired. I have some Bath & Body Works perfumes that I'm like body sprays that I try to use here and there because I do ultimately want to get rid of them forever. I don't really buy any of that stuff anymore, but I just had such a kind of backlog. So, all right, I had this hand cream, which was just like a purchase at Sephora one time, years ago, probably, when I was in line, and there was like cute little hand creams right by the checkout. So this was hand cream, coconut hand balm, and it was fine. I just use the hand cream every night before bed. So this one was like kicking around on my purse for a long time, and I was like, this needs to go. So I put it on my night table to use up. So that's all done. It was fine. Nothing noteworthy, wouldn't be a repurchase. Same old story as a lot of these things. This is the same thing. Aveda Hand Relief Night Renewal Serum. This was so small, I barely like got anything out of it, but I used it up, and I don't think I'd be seeking to repurchase it, but it was so small, like I couldn't really give you like a full review of it because it was just so little that came out of there. But I'm glad it's done. So I have a NaturalBeautywithMelanie Luna Red Wine Bioferment Mask. This is a seasonal release. and it's like a limited amount of them. It's made from their, I guess, NaturalBeautywith. They either like work with what is the word I'm looking for? Like a red wine winery, a winery, and or they have one, I'm not sure, but this was a pretty nice mask. I did a video on it for my first impression when I first got it and used it for the first time, and I liked it. I didn't notice anything like noteworthy from using the mask, but it has a red wine chocolatey scent, which is pretty nice and unique, I think. And it had like a pudding-like texture, so it was really nice putting on. It was nice on the face, and rinsing it off felt really good too. Like it kind of got even more like smooth consistency as you removed it. So all around, like a nice scent and feel on the skin. Results-wise, I can't say that I noticed anything, but it was a nice mask. And this was like, I think, close to $30, like this size. It's really not that big, but it was the smaller size. I think it's like 0.75 ounces, if I can see this correctly. It's very small. The writing is very small, but I got several masks out of it, like plenty for me to feel like I like this mask. I've tried it, and would I repurchase? There's so many masks out there. I don't know if it came around in a year, since it comes seasonally, I think in the spring, I would consider getting it maybe, but it wasn't like an absolute to die for mask, but I liked it a lot. So I would say if it's something that intrigues you, I would suggest getting it, and maybe choosing to get the smaller amount if you wanted to try it out. That's just, for a lot of times for me, I think it comes down to like being curious about a product and wanting to try it. Obviously, I want to try a lot of things, or else I wouldn't have such like a collection, and and purchase things and do subscription boxes if I didn't want to like try all these different things. So sometimes I find buying the smaller size kind of satisfies the curiosity for me. Then I've tried it, I know how I feel about it, and I can move on from it and not purchase again. So I don't know if that resonates with you. It might be something suggested. 2 products left. Blue Alchemy Toning Elixir, Deep Hydration Finger Lime Caviar Hyaluronic Acid. So I use this in the category of mists. So I'd use cleanse my face, toner, mist, and then my serum. And I believe this was like a bonus gift for a purchase in the past. And I ended up really liking this. It had a great spritz, like a great spray, which is a big deal because I've found, as I'm sure you have, with toners and mists, or like hydrating essences and all those kind of category, along with toners, the spritzes make a big difference. I mean, some of them, it's like shooting a fire hose onto your face. And some of them, it's just this gentle mist that like sprays everything. This is in the good category, in my opinion. And at first when I used it, the scent was kind of like, I didn't 100% love it. I thought it was it just like reminded me of bug spray, just a little bit, like a really subtle way. But the more I used it, the more the scent grew on me, and I ended up really liking it. So I would definitely consider repurchasing this in the future. I don't need it right now. It's not going to be probably any recent purchase because I have several essences that like I need to use and stuff that are in line before I would ever repurchase another one. But this is one I would definitely recommend, and I would consider repurchasing. And my last individual product is this Osmia Naked Body Oil. I got this smaller size, 30 milliliters or 1 ounce, in a Petit Vour box, and I really liked it. It actually caused me to purchase another one of their body oils in the Sunset scent, which I actually I don't like it as much because I don't love the scent as much as I love this. This is like almost unscented, but had just a really little touch of something, but it's their naked one, so it's really not meant to have a scent. The oil was beautiful. If you remember, in a different Petit Vour box, I got like an Ormus body oil, and the oil was beautiful, but the scent of the Ormus product was like really herbal, medicinal, like something I didn't want to smell around, like people, like be around people that, would be smelling it on me. This was like beautiful, like unscented or just super, super subtle scent that I came, put my finger on, and it went on beautifully. It absorbed really well. So I do like their body oil, and I would consider purchasing like other scents of theirs. Probably not Sunset again because I don't love it. But but I would recommend this Osmia Naked Body Oil, but it's not cheap. I can't tell you exactly what it costs, but I can tell you it's not cheap. So otherwise, I just have a few hotel samples here, which, as you know, I always do. So just to like quickly show you, I had a conditioner, I had a shampoo, I had a conditioner, shampoo, body lotion, and shampoo. So I had that much of little samples that I used from shampoos and conditioners and lotions. Well, from the hotel samples, which I'm always trying to get rid of, as you may know if you watch the channel. So that's everything. It actually ended up being longer than I thought. I felt like I had nothing, but I guess I had a lot of little things. I think I'll probably have a lot of products in my next Empties video, and so we're September, October, probably like November-ish maybe, we'll see. But anyways, I hope you found this helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Love to hear comments from you guys about any of these products or anything discussed here, or anything at all. And click the subscribe button so you'll be alerted for when the next video has come out. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.